Hello everybody, this is Toysareruss, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the Newage Legendary Heroes number 57. This is Bombardier Freyr, which is a third-party take on Generation 1 Swoop in his toon accurate colours. Now of course we're going to do some comparisons with his original Generation 1 self, so let's move over now, get the rest of the figures in and have a look at all of that. So we're going to have a look at them in both of their modes as well. So first and foremost, let's have a look at how they come packaged. So this is the packaging. It's quite big, to be fair. So there, of course, is their artwork for their take on a Swoop. This is also the cartoon version of him. You can see there he's number 57, and you can see Newage is the maker. Now that is the reason why he's not called Swoop, because Newage aren't licensed by Hasbro or Takara to make Transformers. There is another lovely product shot on the back, and again let's have a look at every single thing that comes inside the packaging. Now the instructions are pretty easy to follow, I'm going to say, for once, and you'll have noticed that I've already uploaded a transformation tutorial. So this is how he comes packaged in the box. He comes packaged in alternate mode, and that's why in the tutorial I've done the transformation process from that. So let's take the dinosaur mode out, let's take the accessories, and of course, because he's a flying figure, we've got a stand as well. So that's every single thing that comes inside the packaging. Let's start off with the alternate mode then, and we're just going to fold these wings out, and you'll be quite surprised, as I say, with these are really quite big considering they're aimed at, I suppose, legend. They are classed as legend scale figures, which usually means much smaller. But what Newage do is they do a really good job of getting the scale right when they're in robot mode. So of course the Dinobots were really big in the cartoon, so that's why I'm just going to quickly bring their take on Prime up just to give you an idea. Oops, there goes G1. I forgot I'd knocked him over. And you can see that they scale really well. I'll bring him back up in a second. So let's have a look at the Pteranodon. I think it's a Pteranodon. I'm probably going to get corrected, or pterodactyl, in the comments. So I need to clip his head into that head. Obviously that's just come out by the looks of it. Let's see if I can just tilt the face down. I thought these went together a little easier than that. I'm not going to put too much pressure on it. I'm just going to show you this. I see the wings, they've got three hinges in them, so there's loads of range of how you can pose these. That looks like we're going to be able to put the stand in there on the wing, and in fact in there as well by the looks of that. So let's have a look at the stand. I'm going to fold this out. This has come inside this packaging as well. This seems to be the sort of standard stand from Newage for the Seekers, for anything I suppose that flies, to be honest. So let's have a look how we can position this. That's going to move as well, and I've not done this yet at all, so I'm kind of hoping. Fantastic, it does. It goes straight in there like so, and of course you can position it perhaps not like that, or will this move there? Yeah, there we go. So if you wanted to, you can lean this right forward as well. Obviously it will tip over if you've got it like that, but that is one way that you can display him. Let me also show you the accessories that do come with him. So these are bagged up. You'll notice that they don't come with the fists already on them. Now I'm presuming there's going to be a couple of sets of fists. Yes, there is. There's some blast effect as well, and I've got to confess, I don't think I know how to use all of these. So let's have a quick look at these. So I'm going to put the rockets under the wings, because I imagine that's the way they're going to go. They're going to fit in. They've got two different size holes, but things by the looks of it. Yeah, that's too big, so that's going to fit in there, and then we can attach this little bit to the front of that by the looks of it. I'm sure this is correct. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. That's how I'm going to have that. So where's the other one just gone? So let's attach this in as well. And to be honest, I'm not too sure if you're going to be able to get that. Maybe you might be able to get the fists in. This might be one of the only figures that you can't have the fists in during the transformation, but I'm going to have a go at that separately. So there is the dinosaur mode. Brilliant. Can we tilt the head all the way over if we wanted to? So yeah, look, if we wanted to, we could stand him up like so, tilt the head back up. That's really starting to bug me because I know it fits in. That's better. There you go. Just had to angle it in slightly better. So with regards to comparison with the Generation 1 original, it's bigger again. In the dinosaur mode, it is bigger. I found that with sludge as well, which I'll be doing another video on, bringing the other Dinobots together very, very soon as well. So there's the comparison. They are going to do a toy deco version of this as well, but this is, as I say, the cartoon one. So there he is in that particular mode. I'm going to leave him there for a second, and just for safety, I'm going to move that one. Safety for my figures, that is. I'm going to move that one out of the way. Now we're going to look at the robot mode. The robot mode is very, very detailed. There's the head sculpt, very cartoon accurate. It's on a mushroom peg, so it'll look up, there you are, ball and socket, so it'll look all the way up and down, it'll go all the way around. The arms will go right out to the side. They will come all the way up as well, and if you wanted to, if you can, of course you can tilt these all the way back so you can spin them all the way around. So you've got a full range of motion there. There's a swivel just underneath the shoulder, there's a bicep flexion, and because I'm just going to attach the fists in a second, you are going to be able to have wrist rotation as well. So I'm going to go with the fists so they can hold the weapons in them. There is some open hands as well, which look pretty good. So let's make sure I put these on the right ones. So we're going to pop that, oops, into there. Right, yes, of course you can then. So in answer to the question with can you do the transformation with the fists in, yes, you're going to be able to, because these, by the looks of it, are going to tuck away on themselves. However, this is making this part really awkward. Because they're brand new, they're gonna, that's better, yeah. So this will tuck, yes it will, there you go. So that answers that question. You can keep the fists on and still do the transformation. Problem is now I've probably stuck that in there and can't get it out. Oh, I jinxed myself. Right, let's pop the other fist in anyway, and let's pop the fists, the weapons into his hand. So you can, if you want to, obviously keep the rockets there, but obviously I'm going to take them out of his hands, and I'm going to pop, I'm knocking everything over now. I'm going to pop them in to the fist like so, and then with a bit of luck, actually, if I can't do it on the first attempt, don't worry, I won't waste much more time of the video trying to do what I'm about to do. I'm going to try and pull it out with the weapon itself. Is this one going to stand for me? There we go. So if I can get this in there, hopefully it should. Yeah, there you go. That's pulled it out. And then what I want to do on one of them, if I take this off, I can then attach a blast or a firing effect instead. And that obviously looks like he's fired the missile instead. Brilliant. And I suppose you can even add other parts to this if you really wanted to. Continue with the articulation then. So there is, you've got to slightly move the beak, but you've got a waist swivel. The hips will come all the way out to the sides. To the front, is that hip skirt going to move? Let's see. Yes, it does. It does move all the way up, and it will kick all the way back. You've got a knee bend, but just be careful the dinosaur foot doesn't come out of that as well. There is also a swivel, and of course you've got your ankle tilt and rock. Brilliant, brilliant figure, highly articulate, looks amazing to be fair. There's the original G1 one, so there's the homage of the feet on there and the way that it sort of slots down into it. No sword, unfortunately, with the Newage one just yet, whereas of course there was with the original G1 figure. So let's bring in just a couple of other G1 figures just to give you an idea of scale and size with that. That's just me knocking the stand. So that's how big he is compared to some Generation 1 figures. If we bring in, sorry, I've just seen this. This is what I'm laughing at. Some mainline figures. That's Swoop's baby in compared to the leader class ones. But yeah, so probably a little bit smaller. Yeah, a little bit smaller than Deluxe. But old school Legends or sort of core class figures, bit bigger. So you can see how well he scales with regards to them as well. Let's have a look at some other figures, and I'm going to do some quick alternate mode ones as well while I've got the opportunity. So yeah, the wingspan on this is huge, so much so it is bigger, a lot bigger than a drag strip, which is a huge Deluxe figure, of course, from the main line. There's the JP Jeep on the crossover. So that's pretty good, actually. That probably scales quite well, actually, with that, to be honest. So yeah, the alternate mode is really, really big. So last couple of, I'm going to keep this one out of the way because it's going to keep falling over. Let's bring in some other Newage figures then. As I said, I will do a separate Dinobots and comparisons one really soon. So there's a couple of Constructicons there, which is a lot bigger than, and as I say, there is Optimus Prime as well. Other third-party companies, there is a Magic Square Trailbreaker, and although this is a completely translucent one, it's still based on Mirage. I think he's called Sheen. But there you go, guys. Not much more to say about this figure. To be honest, I really like it. I like all of their Dinobots. I like this one a little more because the transformation process is a little easier, and it's just a little bit more satisfying because it's got loads of homages to the original Generation 1 figure, which of course I love very much. So I'm going to bring this guy up for the final part, stick them both on there, and then just say, in fact, if I bring the wings back, will that counterbalance it? Yeah, there you go. So this is Newage number 57 Freyr, their take on a Generation 1 Swoop cartoon deco. I think it looks fantastic. You guys let me know what you think of him in the comments. Take care. I also very quickly just want to add this in the end because somebody's just mentioned it to me, and rather than do the whole video again, let's just bring him in at the end. So that of course is the core class Swoop. Once again, these are in completely different price brackets and completely different leagues, but that's to give you an idea of the size difference between the two. This is the Newage obviously, and that is the core class. This really is the end though, so there you go, guys. I'm going to be doing more comparisons again, so drop some comments if you want to see any other comparisons as well.